Hello and welcome to how to make a basic joystick in under 40 blocks. So I made a recent video about how to make mobile friendly controls. Well, maybe you don't want them to have uh like buttons, but instead you want a joystick. So this will be a very easy tutorial. So why don't we first of all rename our project to something that's more general. I'll call mine joystick, and for this tutorial we will not be needing Scratch Cat unless he's your main sprite. Then hover over choose a sprite and choose a sprite. This will be your main player, and for this example I will be using the beach ball sprite. This will be your main player. Then hover over choose a sprite and keep hovering to click paint. Once you're in this paint engine, rename this sprite to joystick. Then zoom in and grab your circle tool. Make the fill black by reducing the brightness, saturation, and color. Ma and make it so that way there's no outline. So with the circle, you want it to be about 28 by 28 pixels or somewhere around there. Right now it's nothing, so it's 0 by 0. So while holding down shift, draw a decent circle. Make sure it's centered off. And you can see I got 36 by 36. Try to make it a slight bit smaller. 31 by 31, that should be good. Like, it doesn't have to be perfectly 28 pixels by 28 pixels, but about there. So then after this, hover over, choose the sprite again, and then click paint. Name this joystick edge. Oops, sorry, joystick edge. That will be the circle around the joystick, and you want that to be about 83 pixels by 83 pixels. So remove the fill, get the outline, and make that outline black. There we go. And make it about 88 by 88 pixels while holding shift. Don't forget to make the outline about 4, and that is a little bit small. Remember to drag it around and make it so that way it clips into the center. Make it about 83 pixels or about there. Hold it and then hold Alt while doing it to make it centered. 81, yeah, that should be good. Come back to code, then make sure that this is at 0, 0. So we will grab out we'll go to events, grab out a when green flag clicked block, come over here to motion, go to X, 0, Y, also 0. Zoom in a little bit there. And then come over here to joystick, grab out a when green flag clicked block, and go to motion and drag out a go to X 0 Y 0 and then zoom in a bit. There we go. Then when we press the green flag, they go to the center. Let's move the beach ball out of the way for now. Come over here to joystick and grab out A for forever block, forever loop. Put that underneath the go to 0 0 block, and then grab out an if then else block, because we want it that way when we drag the joystick around, it will move around. So let's drag out when a mouse down button. I like to call when mouse down as it's more informative, but it's called mouse down in Scratch. So if mouse down, then create a custom block call it control. This will this acts kind of like a broadcast block, but when we move on into Scratch, you can add number of text inputs, a boolean, or add a label. We will only just call it control and click a run without screen refresh. Click OK, and you'll get this custom block called define control, and you'll get this block. Drag out this block and click and put it right here. So forever, if mouse down, then control. So when it reaches here, we want it to go to joystick edge, and we want it to point towards mouse pointer. So that way it goes to the joystick edge and it points towards where your mouse pointer is. Then we will have to create two variables. One of the variables will be direction for all sprites, and click OK. And another variable, make sure you hide direction. Another variable will be power for all sprites again, and click OK. Hide it. Okay, then we will want it so that way the direction. So set direction to the direction. So come over here to motion and drag out direction. So set direction to direction. And then it says then set power to. So set power to the distance to mouse pointer. So you can find that in sensing, and it should be about here. Distance to mouse pointer. This will set the power, our own power, to the distance to the mouse pointer. So after this, we want it so that way if the distance to mouse pointer is smaller than 50, it will repeat how much of a distance to mouse pointer there is, and we want it to move one step. So then go to control and drag out another if then else block and put it right here. Then we have to go to operators and drag out a this block. Then get a distance to mouse pointer block and place it right here and make that 50 if it's not already 50. Then we want it to repeat until repeat. Yep. So this will count, like it will tell you how many times to repeat it. So if you put it repeat 10, that means then it will repeat this 10 times. So here we want it to repeat it the distance to the mouse pointer, and that will be the distance to the mouse pointer. We want that to then move one step. So move one step. Or else we just want to repeat 50 times, move one step. So that way, if it's if the mouse pointer is smaller than 50, then it will move one step how many times it is to the mouse pointer, or else it'll just repeat, um, else it'll just move one step 50 times, so 50 steps. So if mouse down, control, else, we'll need to drag out another if then block, else, if, then we'll have to come over here to operators and drag out an and block. If you've um watched my how to make a very easy and simple ping pong game, then you'll know that I really like these blocks. And then drag out two not blocks and place them here and here, and then drag out and two equal blocks and put them inside those not blocks, and then come over here to motion and then drag out X position and Y position is equal to 0, 0 and 0. Then it will slowly go towards the joystick edge, setting the power to 0. So we will come over here and grab out a glide block, glide 2 block. So glide, oop, yeah, there. Glide 0.0, 0.05 seconds to the joystick edge. So it will set power to 0 and clean up blocks so that way it looks nice and clean. And then we will come over here to your player sprite. Drag out a go to block and make it go to wherever you want it to go. I'll put mine just that's let me zoom that in for you. Go to this position here. That's its current position. And then we'll want it for forever. So forever it will point in direction. So point in direction. That should be about here. Point in direction. And then this is where your variables come in helpful. So we'll drag out point in direction, and we'll want it to move not 10 steps. We'll want it to move power. This is where your other variable comes in. Power, oops, be careful of that. Power divided by 10. Okay, let's test this out. So full screen, press the green flag, and it doesn't work. Aha. So as you may have seen, I've seen this happen in lots of people's projects. They quickly hurry up and get to sharing their project, but they don't test their project. So remember, whenever you make a project, test it and make sure that it works how you want it to work. Make sure you drag a when green flag click block here. So that way this will happen when the green flag is clicked. Very common error. And let's press the green flag. Oop, and it works. And you can see which way it will face. And if you try to drag it out of the edge of the joystick, it won't go. Perfect. And that is how you make a super easy joystick in Scratch 3.0. And then after this, you can add a backdrop. So if you like, you can come over here and hover over choose a backdrop. Click choose a backdrop, and I will just choose this heart backdrop. And you can see that the joystick that we've made is in kind of in the middle of that, so you can just move that X and Y position to like oh, a little bit fiddly. There we go. About there and about there. Okay, perfect. And then we can just replace these go to blocks. And perfect. We have created a very basic and simple pink joystick, and let's test it out. There, boom. Oh, make sure you go full screen to make sure you don't accidentally drag the joystick. Yep, and if we let go of it, it goes to center. Beautiful. and it stays within the joystick so that way you can't drag it out. And you don't exactly have to drag the joystick, you can just click how far away you like it. And if you only wanted to move a little bit, then drag it less. And if you want to move faster, drag it further away. Okay, so we have created a very good joystick in Scratch 3.0. This has only about under 40 blocks. So a way how to see how many blocks a project has is right click 31 blocks and come over here, right click 2 blocks and 8 blocks. About 40 blocks. And um, this project has been very fun to make, very simple, and it goes through quite a lot of aspects of Scratch, such as the green flag block, the if condition block, the if else condition block, and it goes through variables, quite a lot of operator blocks, and it was pretty easy to make also, and it won't take you that much time to integrate into your projects. And have a good day or have a good night. Bye.